Now, your weather link with Chief Meteorologist Jeff Kirk.
Let's track your weather at Anchorage and South Central, where overnight we're going to see some more areas of fog and temperatures dropping through the teens with an average low of 12. As we check out future radar going forward from tonight through your Friday, looking all quiet. A few clouds across the southern Kenai around Homer. Heading through Saturday, precipitation-wise, very little happening. We're going to see a system coming in from the west on Sunday, which is looking like it's going to give us a pretty good chance of snow. Meanwhile, temperatures are staying on the cold side. And with that, we've got some areas of wind. Palmer over to Valdez and Cordova, we have some gusts in the 30s, even in the 40s. This continues overnight. And as we track through your Friday, it remains quite gusty. Everybody else, including Anchorage, pretty quiet. In fact, the calm wind in Anchorage could make it hard again for any areas of fog to lift as we track through tomorrow. And as we go into Saturday, most areas are down to where everybody else is with light breezes. Now let's track what's happening in Anchorage tomorrow, your forecast. Look for that fog around. Remember to use those low beam headlights in any areas of low visibility. 18 your high temperature. We should break out some sun as we track through the afternoon. Elsewhere tomorrow, we're going to track 13 in Palmer, 17 Talkeetna, a little warmer down in Homer. We'll have some clouds, 31, 29 Seward, 19 is your high in Whittier tomorrow. We'll track a high of 9 in Valdez, 22 and mostly sunny in Cordova. Boy, do we have some cold weather in Juneau relative to average. This is one of the coldest air across the state coming up, and part of that's because we've got the wind coming up. High wind warning in effect for a couple of days through Saturday evening. We're also going to see these winds up in Skagway too. We're going to really create some dangerous wind chills ahead. Tracking your temperatures overnight, we're dropping into the teens. And along with that wind, it's going to be far below zero in terms of how it feels. Let's check out your wind here first. Already gusting in Skagway and increasing in Juneau. We'll see gusts over 40 miles per hour overnight. It'll be breezy in Sitka, but not as bad, and much less down to the south. Also going to be breezy to windy in Yakutat tracking through tomorrow. Frequent gusts in the 40s, sometimes into the 50s in Juneau, and a few spots could see gusts into the 60s potentially with this as we track through the next 24, 36 to 48 hours. Tracking past tomorrow night and Saturday, looks like we get past the peak of the wind, but still very gusty. We should get better as we track through Saturday night. So when you factor in that wind with the temperature, here's what it's going to feel like. Feeling like it's minus 10 now in Juneau. Watch these wind chills get worse as we track into Friday, feeling like minus 20 in Juneau tomorrow morning, minus 40 in Skagway. Notice not as bad west and south, as the wind effects won't be felt there, but where it stays windy, these wind chills minus 30 and below from Juneau north as we track through your Friday evening. So dress accordingly, stay safe. Very cold couple days coming with this wind, and the temperatures don't get any better to finish out the weekend. Tomorrow's high in Juneau, 15 degrees with that wind. Sustained 25 to 35 miles per hour with those gusts I showed you, mostly between 40 and 50 and potentially higher in a few spots. 22 is your high in Yakutat, 25 in Sitka. We'll track 23 in Petersburg and 33 degrees your high temperature in Ketchikan. And we track to the interior. It's cold, but compared to average, not too bad. Temperatures, though, down to the negative teens tonight. Coming up tomorrow, some blowing and drifting of snow between Tanana and Nenana, where winter weather advisory remains in effect through midday Saturday. There's the wind here increasing out to the west between Nenana and Tanana as we track toward tomorrow morning. Wind chills in the minus 20s many spots with some breeze blowing as we track into tomorrow. 2 above is our high in Fairbanks tomorrow with sunshine. 1 above in Tanana, 6 in Nenana, 16 in Denali National Park, and your high tomorrow Delta Junction, -1. Coming up, we'll track your forecast for the next 7 days.